Hey friends, happy Tuesday. I'm in the sewing room and I'm getting ready to sew this together. I had 10 blocks, so I can only do a 9 block throw. And the problem is that it's just not coming out the way that it should. That's the problem with the design. I need more blocks, but this was all I had of that jelly roll. So I always say finish is better than not, basically. So I'm going to go with this. I'm pretty happy with it. And really, once you get it all sewn together, who's going to know the design? So this one right here will have no borders, and I will just get a backing, and then I'll do a binding on it, because I started this last year, so I'm glad that it's at this stage. But it's at the stage now I need to connect it. So there are 3 rows of 3. So I hope to be able to do that today. And of course, I will bring you along on my day. So, see you in a bit. Hey friends, welcome back. So I went out in the sunroom and got my clips because I need to clip this. I ran out of pins. So now I'm going to do my clips, because in this trip around the world, if you don't know what clips are, they're these little clips that just hold your seams nice together until you reach up to it and you can sew over it. But there's all these seams, and I like to try to get my seams lined up the best that I can. So I thought I would just come on and talk. It is a gorgeous day today. Just a second as I reach some more of my clips. I went to, this morning, I need to plant some more flowers. Need to start carnations. I've not grown carnations before, and this one is a purple carnation. And Bells of Ireland. I already have 6 of them going, but I didn't realize I had planted those 6, and I knew that they had to be in the refrigerator like the poppies and stuff, and so those are ready to be planted. So I'll have 6 more, but you know, the whole idea is just because you plant them and they start to grow, and then you transplant them into a bigger container until you can get them outdoors, you hope and pray that you know what you're doing to keep them alive. So, but so far, all of my seedlings have came up. The peppers just came up. My tomatoes have just come up. The rhubarb seedlings have just come up. And but the majority of the stuff that I have planted or started early is mainly flowers that take a long time. And I follow what Luke from M.I. Gardener suggests on his website. He talks about how to start things and the flowers and all that stuff, and when and why you start way earlier than others say you should. And so, but so today I don't have too much planned except for to try to sew this I'm sewing the top and middle one together now. So then once that is done, then all I have to do is sew the 3 bottom squares together and then sew the top, middle, and bottom together, and then this quilt is done as far as that part of it goes. I'm so used to putting borders on my quilts, and this one I don't have a border on it because I really don't think it needs it. And before I'm asked, all these quilts and stuff I'm making, they're going to go into gifts. They will go to gifts. But I wanted to get this one sewn up to get it off the design wall because, you know, they're all clipped. Because I want to get that Dresden plate one all pinned together with the backing and batting so I can quilt that and get that one done. So that will be one less one that I have to do. So, but yeah. So other than that, Mr. Jerry has, he took a cupboard door off of our kitchen to see if it could be sanded down and stained because we both like the wood look, but our stain that's on it was put on it back in 2003, something like that. It's way past its time. So no matter what he does in the kitchen on the remodeling, that is going to be the hardest thing to do and the longest and tedious. And like I told him, you know, it's going to be getting nice out, and he's not going to want to be in the kitchen when it's nice outside for a month doing the kitchen. So right now, he's just testing that stuff out. So, but I really would like to be able to, I want to start that jelly roll rug. I'd like to do that too, so, but I have to get a special needle for that. It's, she suggests a denim needle, which is like what would go through your blue jeans and stuff, or a top stitch needle. I will probably get a top stitch needle. Well, I'll probably get both. Somebody suggested they started out with a denim needle and then it started skipping, and once they changed the needle over after checking everything else, like, you know, their thread tension, all that stuff, the top stitch worked better because you're going through so many layers of fabric. So I just want to get them both because my thought process is I bought a pattern for the oval, and then I see that the designer also has done a rectangle. And the rectangle is a lot easier because you're just sewing them straight. You're not going into a oval or a circle. There's a few extra steps on that one because you got to be able to bind the two ends. So, I don't know. I just want to, I'm thinking that would be a great gift for our daughter and our son's wife. And of course for something for us around here too. So I hope my sewing machine isn't bothering you. But I just wanted to get this going as we were chit-chatting a little bit. It's going to be in the 60s today and tomorrow. And then we're going to drop right back down into the 30s with possible snow showers like we had Sunday. So, but this morning I sat there and I knitted on Mr. Jerry's one sock. I'm probably within an inch of the toe to get that going. There's a reason why I don't do patterned socks very often. I like the looks of patterned socks, but for me, I just feel like they take forever. but maybe they take forever because I'm doing everything else. So, you know, doing all the things. Okay, I'm almost to the end here, and then I'll stop, and then we will chit chat about how last week went and did I lose or not. That's the one thing about this. I like my automatic thread cutter. So now I got two sections all connected, and what I did on this one, so I knew where the top and bottoms are, I've been putting pins on the left hand corner up here and then down here, so that I know when I put it back up on my design wall that I won't sew it wrong. Ask me how I know. So I'm going to turn off my iron in a minute because this is pretty darn hot sitting next to me. And I don't want to bump it. So let's talk about last week. Last week, well, let's see. I ended the week again in another -10. As you can imagine, it's just been Friday night. Let's see, last week I felt like I did really good. It's just that we had one night that nobody wanted to cook, and so we ordered pizza. And I counted that. That was on a Friday. Or was that Saturday? Because we went to my mom's on Friday. It was Saturday, or Thursday. And I counted that. And, you know, that basically took all my extras because I had 2 pieces of pizza, which we always get ham and pineapple. And then I had some ruffled chips. And then Saturday or Friday, when I went and sat with my mom, and our lunch that day was the leftover pizza. So pizza 2 days in a row. And then Saturday and Sunday, oh, and don't forget Friday, when we went over to Charlotte, we also stopped and picked up milk and stuff. And our supper that night was, I had a vanilla malt and he had a chocolate malt, a small. It still points, so, and it still added sugar. So Saturday and Sunday did really well. Did really well Monday too. And so this morning I got on the scale. I always get up first, go to the bathroom, and then I get on the scale. And then I come out and I have my devotions and my cup of coffee for that hour till my thyroid pill kicks in. Then I go and take a shower, and then that's when I weigh myself. To see if there's a difference between right when I first get up or after I've had a cup of coffee. But I am tickled pink to say that I was down half a pound, 0.6. I will take it after 2 weeks of going up. But it still was a -10. But you know, sometimes life just smacks you in the face, and it's either a good smack in the face or it's a not so good smack in the face. And we just have to roll with it, as they say, roll with the punches. So, my mom is still, I think she's slowly getting better. The doctor never called her, and of course she won't call the doctor again. It's just that she's not eating as much because she says she can't, because nothing tastes good except for those Outshine popsicles. And her friend went out on Tuesdays. They go out for breakfast with their church buddies, and Mom, of course, didn't go. And her friend brought home biscuits and gravy for Mom. And my mom was able to eat a biscuit with some gravy, and she will eat the other biscuit and gravy for supper tonight. And she said to me, as long as Rose, her friend, keeps her stash full of those popsicles, and that she'll be fine. She still has a couple days left of the prednisone, so we'll see. But she's lost, within a week, she's lost 11 pounds because she's not eating. She says she tries, but nothing tastes good to her, to the point where it makes her sick. So, but I told her she's got to eat because that's what's going to get her strength back. Whether, I mean, I'm suggesting stuff to her. You know, I'm suggesting, you know, broth. I'm suggesting, you know, like rice, just different things that she likes, you know, because when she had her stroke a couple years ago, that might have even been last year, I noticed that when she gets really sick like this, that her memory is not well at all. And she'll even say that's what the stroke took away from her. So when she wants me to come sit with her, it's because she doesn't want to be alone. Probably kind of how we all get when you do not feel that well. You just do not want to be left alone. And but you know, I all I can do is just keep praying for her and finding a good encouragement that she is able to still push the fluids. She's still able to eat a little bit. So, but this week there's no special plans for us. This is our week of, we don't have any plans to go anyplace. No auctions or anything. So I just have been working on my mystery shawl. I got clue 2 done last night, and I started clue 3, and then I wanted to get this sewn together. Jerry laughed at me because he said, I thought you're going to just let this pattern, you know, as I called it, I'm going to let it stew for a few days, and if I like it, I'll sew it together. The thing is that there's not, I can look at it all I want. I don't have enough blocks to change it around to give it a true big design. So I'm happy with the way it is. And like I said earlier, no one's going to notice it. And once it's done, it's done. And then it'll get folded up and go into the pile, I guess, because I have other ones that I want to get done and get going and stuff. So, other than that, don't know what's going to be for lunch today. Some type of sandwich. Yesterday I had turkey, and Jerry had bought these pita chips. They're about this big. You get like 11 of them for like 4 points. And I did a tuna salad where I just dipped it onto those crackers. And that was my lunch yesterday. And what do we have for some? Oh, we just had hamburgers. I had hamburger with chips because I wasn't too hungry. So, and tonight we're going to do beef stew. He has this beef stew recipe that it is basically free unless he adds potatoes. Well, it is still free with the potatoes because all it is stewing beef, beef broth, vegetables. He uses mixed vegetables, carrots, green beans, some corn in it. And if he does anything else to it, he might add some potatoes to it. That's what he did last time. And Weight Watchers, all that is 0 points. So the beef broth, he has low sodium. So that will probably be supper because he said that he was going to do that. So, but how are you guys all doing? I hope you all are doing well. I hope that no matter what you are doing, it is going good for you. And again, I'd like to say thank you for the ones who have been encouraging me with your comments and everything on my weight loss, for family, you know. But anyways, I'm going to let you go. I chit-chatted with you long enough, and I'm going to finish the sewing this quilt top together, and then probably go out, and once that's done, then go out and knit on clue 3, and yeah, go enjoy the sunshine that is in the sunroom. So thanks again, my friends, until I can chit-chat with you later today. If not, and this is all you're here for, thank you for being here. Give me a thumbs up so this will bump it up, and so others can see it. So, and thank you again for the ones who are sticking with me since day one. I really appreciate you. And to my weight loss buddies here, thank you so much for your encouragement too. So talk to you soon.